laugh too hard.
Welcome to Pure Power Wrestling PowerSlam. My name is Kevin Farrell. We are ringside for tonight's PPW action, pitting Chris Perish against Cyanide to determine who will go on to PPW's Anniversary Extravaganza 7 to face Cougar Meat Kyle Sebastian for the PPW Heavyweight Championship. Perish making his way to the ring, a recent fan favorite here with the PPW crowd, and you can hear the ovation, the adulation that these fans have for one Chris Perish. And chasing off Vinny Valentine, you have to wonder, is Commissioner Valentine, who coincidentally happens to be the manager of Cyanide, going to factor into this match in any way? Folks, I mean, let's be honest, I have sat ringside for most PPW action over the last year and a half, and I gotta say, I have to assume Vinny Valentine will in some way get involved in this match. Cyanide already at ringside. Chris Perish, I mean, talking some trash here to Commissioner Valentine. Cyanide, he looks completely unaffected by this, I mean, frankly, a show of disrespect from Chris Perish. I mean, leading the fans in a rousing chant of oink directed at Vinny Valentine. Folks, I will leave you to make of that whatever you choose. The bell sounds. We are underway here in our #1 contenders match. Cyanide, Chris Perish one-on-one. Cyanide ducking out, maybe a little bit of mind games. Breaking the plane of that rope. Chris Perish is not going to be able to lock up with Cyanide as long as he's on the outside. And I mean, these fans, they have really taken to Chris Perish over the last several months. His win in the Power Rumble, and now going one-on-one with Cyanide. Collar and elbow tie-up. Cyanide with a go-behind. And Perish with a reversal into an arm wrench. You have to assume, with the experience advantage, if this is going to be a technical mat-based contest, as Perish looks for a roll-up. As I said, you have to assume if this is going to be a technical mat-based contest, you have to give the edge to the more experienced competitor, Chris Perish. Both men circling, another collar and elbow tie-up. Cyanide once again, this time with a side headlock. Perhaps Cyanide is going to out-wrestle Chris Perish in this match. Perish with a reversal into a hammerlock. And takes Cyanide into a side headlock of his own, right into a headlock takeover. Perish in control in the early goings. Cyanide with a reversal here, using that height to his advantage, back up to his feet. Perish, though, staying on top of Cyanide, now taking an arm wrench. And Cyanide there with a forearm to the face to reverse into an arm wrench of his own. As I said, if this remains a technical contest, it may favor Perish, but Cyanide clearly has no interest in making this a technical contest. Perish rolls through, and a nip-up into a reversal, arm wrench, a version of a snapmare takeover right into a pin, and only a 1 count, a little bit of a slow count from Shane Williams. Perish now with this armbar in, but Cyanide using that long body to his advantage, getting his feet on the bottom rope and forcing the break. And both men, I mean, I have to say, evenly matched in the early goings. A third lockup. Perish now appears to have the advantage. Another arm wrench. Perish working on that arm, continues to go back to that arm. Cyanide, though, with a shot to the gut and a forearm across the back. He appears to be done with the technical wrestling, forcing Chris Perish into the corner. And, I mean, once again, just using that height to his advantage, getting in the face of referee Shane Williams may not be a wise decision. and shots here to Chris Perish. Cyanide with the Irish whip, reversal by Chris Perish, and a beautiful hip toss to Cyanide. Perish stays on top for the cover. 2 count, Cyanide kicks out. Perish with a front face lock, reversed into an arm wrench, and Cyanide goes to the eyes blatantly in front of the referee. Shane Williams admonishing Cyanide now as he backs Perish into the corner. A series of shots right to the face. Cyanide now may be in control. Appears to have stunned Perish in that corner, coming in with a left arm clothesline to Perish. Takes him out, and Chris Perish shoulder first into the corner. What brutality. Perish on the floor as we take a brief commercial break. We are back for your #1 contenders match, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Perish still down at ringside. Cyanide in control after throwing Chris Perish shoulder first into that solid steel ring post and driving a knee right into the temple of Perish here at ringside. I mean, Cyanide appears to be in complete control now as he takes Perish's head off the corner of the ring. Vinny Valentine, Commissioner Valentine, I should say, absolutely, I mean, full of excitement here at ringside. Perish trying to fight back. Overhand punch. Some shots here to Cyanide, and Cyanide with shots of his own forearms to the face. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a count out. Shane Williams with the count out. Cyanide whipping Perish face first into that corner post. Folks, that's a count out. This match is over. Perish is down, but this is it. Well, folks, I'm sure you heard Vinny Valentine there in the background. This match is going to be restarted. He promised winner take all. Perish with a roll-up attempt. Cyanide kicks out. Vinny Valentine promised winner take all. He's going to give a winner in this match with no countouts. Perish with a sunset flip, and Cyanide able to get his feet in those ropes. We are restarted here, ladies and gentlemen. Perish ducks under a clothesline. O'Connor roll. Doesn't quite have all of it though. Not quite all of his weight on Cyanide. Cyanide able to kick out. Perish with his back to Cyanide and taken down with a clothesline. Center of the ring. As I said, Vinny Valentine. I mean, I gotta say, he made the right decision. He promised a winner, a true #1 contender in this match, and we are gonna get it. Winner take all, no countouts as Cyanide drops a huge leg across the throat of Chris Perish. Making a cover hook of the leg. Only 2. So much resiliency in Chris Perish. I mean, already thrown twice into that solid steel ring post, and he is not willing to die here, folks. And Vinny Valentine, referee Shane Williams distracted, as I said, getting involved in this match, choking Chris Perish over the middle rope. I mean, I said once already he made the right decision, but a completely partial and biased commissioner on the side of Cyanide, as Cyanide goes to work on the neck. Cranking the neck of Chris Perish, extending the arm, a bit of an arm bar, a version of an arm bar. He's working on the neck, he's working on the shoulder, he's working on the elbow. All 3 joints here of Chris Perish. And Perish working to get this fans behind him. Back up to his feet. A couple of shots here, and Cyanide following it up with a forearm across those shoulder blades and pulling Perish right back down to the mat by the hair. Cyanide with a stomp to the arm now. And Chris Perish slow to get back to his feet. Cyanide now putting a lot of focus on that left arm of Chris Perish. Stomps, he's got it tied up in the ropes. I mean, we have seen Chris Perish with that huge neck breaker finish matches in the past. As Cyanide with a hard Irish whip, corner to corner. How is Chris Perish going to lock in that neck breaker and drop Cyanide to the mat if he doesn't have the grip in that left arm? And Cyanide stalking Chris Perish, taking his time as he hooks him up for a beautiful vertical suplex. Perish down, and Cyanide with the cover. Only a 2 count, a lot of Cyanide's weight put on that shoulder, but Perish still able to kick out. And Perish on his hands and knees. Cyanide paying a little bit more attention to referee Williams here than to his opponent. Still arguing with Shane. As Perish is down in the corner, what does Cyanide have in mind? Perish slowly to his feet. And Cyanide runs right through him with a big boot, putting Chris Perish down. And just soaking in the booze from the PPW faithful. I mean, Cyanide should be paying attention to his opponent, but so much confidence from the methodical Cyanide. But taking that time is allowing Chris Perish now to recover, take back over as Cyanide takes him down by the feet. And a stomp to the gut, a legal stomp. Making sure he's above the belt, stomp to the solar plexus, driving the wind out of Chris Perish. A series of knees and a hard Irish whip, corner to corner. Cyanide attempting something there, catching the boot of Chris Perish and putting him down with a bulldog headlock. Makes the cover and only 2. Once again, Perish kicks out. Cyanide, all the confidence in the world, methodical, slowing the pace, but I mean, taking once again too much time to argue with referee Shane Williams, allowing the referee to get under his skin rather than focusing on the task at hand, and that is becoming #1 contender. As he attempts a whip on Chris Perish, Perish reversing. Cyanide now with a series of shots. Manages to get Perish into the corner and nail a huge back elbow. And an Irish whip. And Cyanide slowly stalking Perish, taking a little bit too much time. Perish here with the overhand rights. Puts Cyanide down. Perish looks like he's rallying. He may be getting some momentum here, ladies and gentlemen, as he tosses Cyanide now, shoulder first, into that solid steel post. What's good for one, good for the other, and Perish now catching his second wind, measuring Cyanide, and just begging for his opponent to get out of that corner. Huge clothesline puts down Cyanide. Hard Irish whip, and a leg lariat. Cyanide is down. Perish makes the cover, hooks the leg, and only 2. Not enough to put Cyanide away. You can never count Cyanide, the former PPW Cruiserweight Champion, out. And Cyanide now manages to break those hands, reverse of the Irish whip from Chris Perish. He's got him up, and a spine buster puts Cyanide down. Lateral press, only 2. Still not enough to put Cyanide away. These fans now rallying behind Chris Perish as he whips Cyanide into the corner, follows it up with a huge flying forearm, and asking the fans, calling his shot just like Babe Ruth, do you want to see a splash? and follows it up with a huge splash in the corner. Puts Cyanide down, shot to the gut. And measuring him here for that neck breaker. The parachute was not able to hit it. Cyanide with the reversal. Perhaps, I mean, some of that focus that he put on that arm earlier in the match coming back to his advantage. Perish now struggling, finally able to get him into the parachute and puts him down. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, still! Cyanide kicks out at 2. Kicking out of the parachute. We have not seen that very many times, folks. What is it going to take to put Cyanide away? Chris Perish climbing up to the top rope, thinking frog splash. Taking too much time though, playing to those fans. Cyanide back up to his feet and throws Chris Perish from the top rope to the center of the ring. Both men down. Who is going to get back to his feet first? Cyanide back up. Perish back up. Cyanide now, he's got him hooked. And huge face buster from Cyanide. Not able to capitalize right away though, folks. And only an arm over. 2. Folks, that was about as close to a 3 count as I have ever seen. Look at the hand of Shane Williams. And Cyanide now getting so frustrated here. Right up into the face of Shane Williams. But I mean, ladies and gentlemen, after hitting that facebuster and Shane Williams shoving back. A little bit of guts here from our PPW official. Not willing to take the abuse from Cyanide. And as he should, and Cyanide now flattens Williams in the corner with a clothesline. Blatantly putting his hands on a PPW official. What will be the punishment here from our commissioner, Vinny Valentine? We're going to expect nothing as he puts Williams down with a face buster. And I mean, Cyanide has been arguing with Shane Williams from the beginning of this match and now drops Williams with a face buster. You see a second referee here, Curtis Barnum, making his way to the ring, checking on Shane Williams. I mean, wondering what happened, wondering exactly what's going on. Obviously, he's going to get no truthful answer from either Cyanide or Vinny Valentine. And I mean, it looks like this match is going to continue without a disqualification. Perish in the background there, slowly making his way back to his feet. Cyanide now turning his attention to his opponent from a helpless official, Shane Williams, that he took out with a blatant display of aggression on a Pure Power Wrestling official, and Vinny Valentine, our commissioner, and conveniently, Cyanide's manager doing nothing to punish Cyanide. As you see that mask, the mask in the hands here of Cyanide, measuring Perish, and the shot to the head right in front of the referee, calling for the bell. Disqualification, exactly as it should be, exactly as you would expect. And there we see an irate Commissioner Valentine now making his way into the ring. What exactly, I mean, what exactly is Commissioner Valentine going to be able to come up with? I mean, two blatant displays of aggression here, one towards an official and one with that head to the right off the skull of Chris Perish. I mean, Vinny Valentine now calling for a microphone. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what he's able to come up with to justify the actions of Cyanide.
Because he is no good. So match as a no disqualification match.
Well, a blatant and disgusting abuse of power by our commissioner, Vinny Valentine, restarting this match once again, making it a no disqualification match. And I mean, Chris Perish ducking underneath the clothesline and nailing a super kick. Cyanide down. Perish with the cover. Only able to get one arm over Cyanide, though, and Cyanide able to kick out at 2. I thought Perish may have had it. I mean, restarting this match, no disqualification. I am absolutely disgusted by our commissioner here. Blatant display of power, abuse of power by Vinny Valentine as these two men, I mean, shot for shot. This is no longer a wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. This has broken down into an all-out brawl, an all-out war. Chris Perish sets him up and puts Cyanide down with a pedigree. Makes a cover back press, and still Cyanide with more gas in the tank. Probably the most impressive display. I mean, despite what I have seen, the favoritism from our commissioner, the most impressive display I've ever seen from Cyanide as he whips Chris Perish into another official down, and a blatant low blow. 2 referees now down. I mean, just as I'm paying Cyanide a compliment for his guts, his ability to continue when it looks like it is all over, a blatant low blow. We are 2 officials down now. I mean, nothing but favoritism, a display of power I am disgusted with from Vinny Valentine. Cyanide attempts the face buster here. Chris Perish now able to fight out. And I mean, Cyanide, he may be hurt from that pedigree. Perish now rolls him up. We've got another official here. 1, 2, only 2. Cyanide still able to kick out. You see the nose bleeding here. I mean, I think he was dropped right on his face with that pedigree. Another big boot. Another boot puts Chris Perish down. I mean, I think Cyanide may have injured his face on that pedigree. He may be knocked for a loop here, ladies and gentlemen. May not quite know where he is. That pedigree, hooking the arms, a dangerous and brutal move. And I mean, Cyanide took absolutely all of it. He is still, though, all the credit in the world to Cyanide. He is still in this match. A series of forearms to the back of Chris Perish, and now locking in a version of the $1 Million Dream, a version of a Cobra Clutch, trying to put Perish down. He's got Perish's arms hooked, and what is this? Vinny Valentine now getting involved in... Well, Perish ducks out of the way. Valentine hits Cyanide, and now Valentine taking out himself. What's good for one, good for the other. And I am personally happy to see Vinny Valentine get what's coming to him. Chris Perish now climbing to the top rope, scaling the top rope, looking for that frog splash, and comes off the top with a huge frog splash. 2, 3, this match is over. Chris Perish, your undisputed #1 contender, overcoming all of the odds stacked against him. And Chris Perish goes on to face Kyle Sebastian at Anniversary Extravaganza 7, ladies and gentlemen. Cyanide down. I mean, despite the blatant display, the blatant abuse of power, you have to give props to Cyanide in this match. And it looks like Chris Perish may have something to say to his opponent. Coming up April 21st at Anniversary Extravaganza 7.
21, it's Chris Perish versus Sebastian for the PPW heavyweight title. That's a fact, and these people get a match. That are no one to you give you a fuck. These people get a match that is going to absolutely leave them with the memory of a lifetime.
And Sebastian now attempting a cheap shot, looking for the panty dropper. Perish able to get off of his shoulders and nail him with a super kick. Chris Perish down from the super kick. Well, folks, there you have it. Strong words from Chris Perish, looking to become the next PPW heavyweight champion. It is official, April 21st, Anniversary Extravaganza 7, Perish versus Sebastian. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and tune in next week.